And we're back. Welcome to the Not So Real Estate Podcast. We're here with Blake and
Reese and
Lewis.
all right, we're back. What episode are we on, boys?
this is 4.
Episode 4.
Dang, episode 4. We made
I
it.
know. This is basically the big show now.
It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. We were just talking about our verses,
our lines.
our lines, yeah, for our rap
Yeah.
lines.
Do we end it with that?
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that towards the end.
Full circle, you know.
We had said our subject for today was appetizers.
Frick. My favorite.
What does that mean, Reese? Help.
Lewis, can you explain this one actually?
Actually, I think this is for you to explain.
Dang it.
All
I
right,
wanted
do
you
it.
to explain it. Appetizers, something that I love. And I'm only recently learning to appreciate and enjoy is ordering an appetizer before an entree.
Wow. Is there a deeper meaning to this?
Yes. I think so. We never did that. I never got to do that. I don't know why. We just never got appetizers. Like
Okay. Yeah.
when I was growing up, it's not something we. It's just not something we.
I
did,
agree. I was
you
right
know?
there with you. We
Like,
just didn't do it.
We just didn't do it.
If we did, that must be our dinner, and we were going to split it.
You were,
or
you were ordering something off the appetizer menu to go like it was as your entree.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
usually wings are on an appetizer menu,
Right.
but sometimes you could get like an order of wings as your entree.
Yep.
My brother did that a lot. He likes wings.
Ah.
So, but then just recently, like probably within the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, I'm learning to appreciate appetizers
Yeah.
for the, I don't know if luxury is the right word. Is it a luxury? Would you call that a luxury?
Frick yeah.
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 How do you
dude.
feel about that, Blake?
Appetizers and desserts are both luxuries.
Mm-hmm.
Eating out is a luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Period. I think it was it was a few years ago now, but learning the art of enjoying food, like as an experience versus like how I still battle is like, oh, I just need to eat because my body needs it for me to continue functioning. I kind of, depending on the season of life, can treat eating and drinking, like the common necessities, as kind of a burden to my day. Anyone, like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's just like, frick, what do you mean I have to go pee now? Like, I knew I shouldn't have drank that water.
Yeah.
While I'm peeing, I'm wasting
like when
time,
you have to get up. Yeah.
And when I was a little kid, any families listening to this, they're going to laugh because they know it's true. And just showing how I've been since I was a kid, I would get frustrated when I would fall asleep for a nap because I felt like I was wasting time.
Really? Even
Yeah.
as a child?
Excuse me, as a child, yes.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's really odd. But anyway, enjoyed to really like food and to be okay with if I'm going to go out I'm going to want to enjoy myself
Yeah.
somehow. Like, I worked freaking hard and I want to enjoy this meal.
Yep.
Because I've spent many a meals resenting the meal that I'm eating while I'm eating it, stealing the joy from that particular moment. And I can't change the fact that me and my wife already sat down to eat. We're going to eat and we're going to spend some money.
Yeah.
But then I'm like half like there and half thinking about how much the meal's going to cost. And now it's sucking the experience and the joy out. And it doesn't mean I'm going and ordering everything off the menu, but it also means like I almost have to get my head right before I even leave the house.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going to go have an experience right now at a restaurant.
True.
I'm going to go eat. You know, it doesn't have to be a fancy restaurant. It can be freaking Chili's. Catch me at Chili's. Great lunch special over at Chili's.
The queso
Great lunch
appetizer.
specials over there.
Yeah, they do. With the honey crispers.
It's just honest, you know?
It is.
You know, it's just honest. But that was something like when I was looking at like budget stuff, I spend a ton of money on food.
Yeah.
And there's that like Dave Ramsey side of me that's like, well, was it in your food budget, son? It's like my food budget's like $3,000. So yeah, it was, Dave. You know, like, but in reality, like I've cut so many things out of my life. Like I have very few things that I enjoy. Food, like that I can enjoy in a sense of
like extra,
it's not a detriment to me. Yeah, like it's not a detriment to me or anyone else. It's I get some joy out of it. Yeah. So I was just like, frick, and I think I've told you boys too. It's like me and my wife are gonna eat. Yeah. And if we're gonna go out to eat, we're gonna eat good. And I might put it on the credit card, but we need that time together, and I need that meal. And I'm just gonna have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
So the appetizers can be referred to as the experience.
Yes.
The memories being created.
Yep.
And just enjoying it.
That's what I think. It's
we don't measure those things in business.
Yeah. That's what I think. It's like the metaphor for is when I said appetizers. Like we hadn't planned that, but I don't know. I thought it came to my head, so I threw it out there.
Yep.
But like the whole experience of it, of like, I don't know, it's kind of fun, I think. Because you're like, ooh, you feel like kind of, like even like you said, if you just go to Chili's and get like some chips, like you get like, it's a full course meal. You're like, wow. Because like in movies, usually full course meals are kind of bougie a little bit. But Chili's, it's not that bougie.
And I just want to clarify, was it 4 or was it full?
Full. Well, either way,
full
depends on where you're eating. Could be 4 course.
Could be 6 course.
Yeah, get crazy.
To our audience out there, I would love a comment or something stating how many courses, the most courses you've ever had in a meal. It would help me out a lot.
Yeah, clarity.
Haven't really spent a lot of time anywhere else outside of California or the United States. So would love to hear a little bit more about that because I heard other places, other countries really value what a meal means a lot more than I think we do here. You know, even though we're really good at consuming meals, the experience and the joy that comes with breaking bread with people, I feel like we've become so focused on our productivity, our efficiency, our metrics that we miss out on the majority of like joyful things that God has planned for us to experience along the way.
Well, and that's so good what you just said too, because like, well, I even find like eating out, like if I mean it rarely ever happens, but if I'm here at the office by myself and no one's here, I probably won't go get something to eat more than likely, like because that's like probably one of my favorite things about what we have going on here is we all go eat together pretty much every day. And like,
well, you guys do.
Well, yeah, sometimes like
I go by myself.
It's different people. Okay, I don't like to do that personally because anyway, I just love that being able to eat with people, you know.
Yeah, sorry, I was doing some stuff at the camera right now. Just a little bit of sad eyes. No, but I wanted to say like, I have come to wholeheartedly enjoy my alone time lunches. Was never really like that, but I enjoy going places by myself and just kind of like being more of a spectator of life. It might be too personal. My therapist says I'm going through second half of life problems. She was like, I think it's because maybe you've been through quite a bit, but
Yeah.
a lot of the issues that I deal with you are people in their second half of life, like
Mm-hmm.
figuring it out. And so like I love being a spectator to life more now than I ever have before. And I think a lot of it is because I was constantly, and I still am. You guys know I'm coming out of season, or I'm still in a season. It just, my mindset has shifted. And so I talk about it differently, but I want to enjoy the experience, even if the experience doesn't appear to have a lot of joy.
Mm.
I think the thing that I tell myself, and maybe I told you, Lewis, or someone else, was there is going to come a day where we miss the times that we struggled.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
That's weird, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're just going. We got to get to the other side of this. That way, when our bills are paid, when everything is paid off, we can sit back and enjoy. No, you can't, and no, you don't. And even if you did get to that place, how much percentage or how much time of your life did you waste just focusing on where you wanted to be, and then you got that hit of getting there,
Mm-hmm.
and it lasted a whole bit of 15 minutes,
Mm.
and it's like, what's next?
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna, what's going on now? And when we realize that 90+% of our life is spent in the hallway on our way to or from our destination, we got to figure out a way to get our thinking aligned with finding the joy in the hallway, not in the master bedroom or even in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the appetizers, but on the walk from the kitchen to the master bedroom, how do we find our joy?
Mm-hmm.
And on that hallway, I see pictures of my family. I see pictures of my friends, my team, businesses, successes, failures. All of it is part of the experience on my way from the kitchen to the bedroom. And a lot of times we walk down that hallway and we don't even have we feel like we don't have the time or the energy
To look around.
to look around at it.
I think that's a great analogy because one, you got to fall in love with the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not looking at what's on the walls, whether it be your family, the appetizers, you're not enjoying that stuff,
Yep.
you will drown.
Yeah.
Yep.
You will burn yourself out. And then, I'm not going to say you did it for anything. I mean, you'll learn something throughout the way, but you have to fall in love with the journey, which requires you to enjoy things
Yep.
as you're going, and not, like you had mentioned, there's times too where we're going to go out to dinner and you have to prep yourself like, okay, I need to enjoy this, not think about how much it's going to cost.
Right.
So like that stuff
Or
matters.
do those backhanded comments to your wife like, oh, getting the ribeye tonight, huh? Getting the filet tonight, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And a drink? Getting a soda with that too? You sure, honey?
I think I'm just going to do croutons like Reese.
Yeah.
I have done that at Chili's.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, where I
was
just
there.
order a bowl of croutons.
Yeah.
It was good too. They have good croutons. But
They
I would even
better. It's the ranch.
yeah, you
Ranch
go a
is
little
fire.
overboard with the ranch though, in my opinion. This
No.
fool, you like have a side of hamburger with your ranch. Like I'm talking like gets 3 or 4 ranch things and dumps 1 ranch thing on the burger per bite,
Try to support the industry
Yeah.
as much as
That's
I can.
good of you though. Good on you. Do you have a lot of ranch at home?
None.
None.
Because I am so picky with my ranches. The reason why I go so ham is because I ain't got the Hidden Valley in the fridge. It's not on deck like
Do
that.
you like Hidden Valley though?
I don't.
Oh.
Sorry, guys
you know
out
who
there.
has good ranch though? Me and Ed's. Solid
Dude,
ranch. bro.
sometimes if I need ranch for something, I'll go to me and Ed's
Yeah,
and I'll just pick it up. It's like 3
Solid.
minutes from my house.
solid ranch.
Hey, can I get 4 ranches?
Mm.
And it's like $20 now because the price went up. Used to be a quarter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sound like that old ass man. You remember when burger was 10 cents? Yeah, I saw it on a picture at In-N-Out. You were alive then? But like that's how me and Ed's, it was
Yeah.
25 cents for a
Yeah,
ranch.
now it's $1 something.
Now it's freaking 50 cents, $1. They be messing around with that 2 ounce versus 4 ounce, but you open up the 4 ounce and they only put 2 in there, and then I'm
Yep.
ticked.
Yeah, but they
It's a
kind of
game,
swirl
bro.
it around so it looks
Yeah,
like
they
it's
give it
full.
the old shake so
The
you can't tell.
shake-a-doodle, yeah. Yeah. But I would even take that analogy one step further, going back to your hallway,
Yes,
is
keep
that
going.
like if we look at it on a spiritual level, we spend 100% of our lives in the hallway. right?
Absolutely.
Because if our end goal is eternity,
Mm-hmm.
then we're on the sanctification journey, getting closer to Jesus. And so we have, like, if we don't enjoy it, then we will hate our lives.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, look around.
Yeah. And that's what's happening. Is
Look
people are
at
just
the
literally hating their
society
lives.
that has been constructed, the system and the way in which it was built. They have designed people to be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Miserable people are a lot easier to control.
Mm-hmm.
Scared people are a lot easier to control. And in a really, really sad way, like you almost have to, at some point in your adult life, unplug yourself from the matrix that we've all been raised in. So glad I was able to bring the matrix full circle, Caleb. Freaking let's go. But and if any of you guys watched The Matrix, you understand more or less. But the gist is not that it's like as intense as that movie makes it seem, but there's a metaphor there that is so true. A lot of what we perceive, a lot of what we go after, a lot of it is illusionary and has no true substance. And when you can detach yourself enough from it to recognize that, why wouldn't I do my very best in whatever I want? Because, like, what do I have to lose? But instead we focus on, well, I have all of this to lose, so I'm just going to play it safe. And play it safe is where the matrix keeps you plugged in.
Yeah.
Not playing it safe is when you start to, like, bust up the system a little bit. And you start understanding that, like, yeah, I'm going to, like, I know it's always been done like this, but I'm going to ask a question here. Like, I'm going to be a little bit defiant and not just comply because someone said, like, I want to get to the why. I want to understand the why.
Mm-hmm.
And even deeper now, I want to understand the why to me. If I don't know the why to me, like, all my other whys they're irrelevant. They're disingenuous, not on purpose, but by default, because we don't even truly know the why of why I'm here doing what I'm doing. Why do I love it? What do I love? But the matrix in and of itself wants you focused on the stuff and the things and not the eternal things, which are the relationships, the pursuit of knowing that you're a part of something that's bigger than you. Love, joy. Those are not bound by a circumstance or a situation. Yet the matrix has us plugged into thinking about all of this other stuff that has no heavy weight to it besides compliance in the system, compliance in the matrix, compliance in being understood by your friends or being understood by your family or being under a lot of just like, well, who really cares though?
You talking about this, and I think it's important that you share this. I'm visualizing a herd, right?
Yeah.
And everyone in that herd is playing it safe. But you always say this. You say this line, and you say, I'll let you say the line, but when is a man most dangerous? You always say this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that?
And I want to say this a couple different ways because, like, you know, I'm like that warrior, athletic, competitive. So when I talk about things, it can get sometimes like kind of deep and a little bit dark. Not in the way that I mean it, but the best way I can sum it up, and I'll say what you're wanting me to say, but the Apostle Paul is where I derived it from. The Apostle Paul wrote the most New Testament books in the Bible, and his favorite, or one of, this dude's wild, but one of my favorite lines is, to die is gain, and to live is Christ. And I've read that before, and I passed over it. Just like, oh yeah, you know, it's cool. That is such a weighty line. The Apostle Paul, head author of pretty much the New Testament, straight up said, I'd rather die. I'd rather die. But if I'm here, I must be here for a reason and a purpose. And he was so solid in that. I was reading Philippians yesterday in my group, and he had the courage to say this, and this is wild. He said, it is for your benefit that I am alive, because I'd rather be dead. But because I'm alive, my joy comes in seeing you edified. My joy comes in seeing you grow. My joy comes. And I was like, because you read some of this stuff and it's like, oh, it's the Bible, it's whatever. But it's like, no, put it in perspective. We're all sitting at this table. I'm sitting here right now telling you guys, straight up, guys, I'd rather be in heaven. I'd rather go. I'd rather not be here. This life is hard. But as long as God's got air in my lungs, hey, lucky you.
Yeah.
I'm here to bless the snot out of you. Like, that's what the Apostle Paul is essentially saying.
Yeah.
And I want us all to get set to such a point in our walk where we can say, yeah, to die is gain.
Mm-hmm.
Even having everything you've ever wanted, to die is absolutely gain. But while I'm here, dang it, my breath's going to count.
Yeah.
My life's going to count. My purpose is going to count. And anyone that's in my fold, I have to believe was from God. If they're in the inner fold, there's people that are not from God and they don't end up in the inner one. But the ones that are in the inner one, Lord, I know you sent them to me. And this could be a significant other. This could be friends. This could be family. This could be friends that turn into whatever that is, whoever it is. You don't have to be planning a church to be having this thought like, man, I know God brought them in, and Lord, help me just be the blessing that you've called me to be to them. So yeah, the most dangerous man, like the Apostle Paul, person that ain't afraid to die, person that isn't afraid to lose it all in the pursuit of something bigger.
Yeah.
And that was Paul. Dude straight up worked all day and then ministered at night.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he made his own wages, would go in these places and just work. And then he'd go and get the word. Then he had all these people trying to copy him, say bad things about him. And he was just like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Get in line.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they hated Jesus so much too, because Jesus was the same way
Oh, totally.
with everything that he did, because they threatened him multiple times. I mean, he knew they didn't have to threaten him to his face,
Right.
but he knew what was going on because he knew the grander plan.
Yep.
But he wasn't afraid of them. And then that's probably, to them, they might have seen it as arrogance. We know it wasn't arrogance. It was just confidence that he was walking in.
It's courage.
Courage,
Yeah.
confidence
Yeah.
in who he was.
Yep.
But he wasn't afraid to lose everything. He also knew that he was going to come back.
Totally.
Sure. But so do we. We know that we're going to be on the other side of eternity with, so we're not rising from the dead, but, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. I want to bring it back to Appetizers because we talk about not being afraid to lose it all.
Mm-hmm.
While you're in the hallway, and like you said, we're going to be in a hallway 100% of the time, right? If you're so tied up on, and we're going back to Appetizers, if you're so tied up on spending $100 for food, you're like the herd. You're just playing it safe. You're not going to enjoy your meal. You're not going to enjoy your time. And I think that, and we have to just look at things differently. What's more valuable, creating memories with your family, your kids, or saving the $100?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I would say even if you do decide in that season, hey, it's not worth submitting $100, then don't do it. Don't grudge yourself along like, okay, we go, and then you're miserable.
Yeah.
Now you just created a miserable experience for someone else. Like, just decide, stay at home. We're going to eat cheese and crackers, but we're going to do it, and we're going to light this candle here, and it's going to be great. And we're going to cheers some 7-Up and call it good. You know, like, I think a lot of times we all buy into this facade that we got to say yes certain times, we got to say no certain times. And it's like, you decide that for yourself. Don't let someone else decide that for you.
Yeah.
You decide it for you and your family. And if you and your family are solid on it, stand on your own too, and then keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need anyone to understand what I do. Would it help sometimes if they did? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But do I need it to continue? A lot of my life I did. But as soon as I let that go, people respect you more. They really do. Even though they have all of the tips and tricks for you, you actually doing your own thing and coming out the other side, whether it's right or wrong, as long as you come out the other side, period, you're more respected.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do take people's experience, their knowledge, their criticism, their whatever you want to say. I do. I'll take it and I'll take the nuggets out of it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I feel like is best.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll weigh everything the best I can, but I don't need you to understand my decision for me to continue operating in it.
Yeah.
And there's another leg of the most dangerous people is people who can make their own decisions.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, think for themselves. There's
That's
another deeper topic to
That's
go
an
into.
that's an unplugging from the matrix for real. Yeah. No, that's the truth, but that's good stuff. Appetizers, man. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew? I didn't.
Appetizers in the hallway.
Yeah, that's the title right there.
That's it.
Caleb,
Appetizers in the hallway.
Yeah, there's a snake in my boots. I don't know why I just said that. That's weird. Thinking of Toy Story, I guess.
Yeah. Made me think of that video I sent you
Which one?
where Woody walks in.
Don't.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna say it. Well,
I'm excited for that.
Scarred me.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Caleb, what's your title again? I don't want to butcher your official title. Videographer? I feel like you have a higher calling than that. Okay. Okay, I got you. Can I call you like Chief of Content Creation?
Chief of Creation. Cock.
I'm gonna go with Chief of Content Creations. I'm gonna go with Chief of Content Creation, so it's still cock,
But
but
it's
it's
just
a little bit of extra. It's not cack. Let's just be clear with
Cock.
that. It's cock.
it's with 2 C's though.
It is with 2 C's.
Extra
Chief
inch.
of Content. Yeah, exactly.
Extra inch.
Maybe 2 inches.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay. Are we rolling? Are we good to go? What was I doing? Okay. On the topic of appetizers, Caleb, who is our Chief of Content Creation at the Shawn team.
Cock.
That. Brought up a tier list that we're going to do with our favorite appetizers. So apparently, where did you say, in Japan?
Yeah.
I'm going to explain it. I'm going to do it.
I don't know. Sounds a little racist to me.
Now I have to explain it, or else I'm going to be racist. So in Japan, they have an S rating that's above A on your schoolwork. Is it like stand for superior? I don't know. Perfect. I'm a genius.
Makes sense
I
to
should
the
deserve an
commies.
S. Thank you. Caleb's going to go through a list of appetizers, and we're going to rank them all the way to D. D's are bottom, so S
Why
being
don't you start with the letter
superior.
D?
S being superior, A, B, C, and D. Okay. All right, Caleb, let's kick it off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so buffalo wings.
The original.
The original.
The original buffalo wings.
That's
Okay.
yeah. So they can be different flavors. Caleb
Okay.
said. Yeah. I mean, that's obviously a historic.
It's a
It's
classic.
a pastime.
It's
It is a classic.
is what it is.
C.
I'm going to throw it in B. That's where I'm going to put mine. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it in C.
Yep.
Can I change my rating if we get to like a different one?
See,
that I'm
that's
like,
the
oh.
tricky part, and that's why. No. So to answer your question, Race, no, no, you can't. And here's why.
All right.
Because part of my strategy for putting it as a C is because I needed to give room for the unknown.
All right. I'm going to change it to C.
too late.
It's too late. Yeah, you can't.
Crap.
Reese, your list is jacked.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, hit us.
Oh,
dude.
fried
Fried
pickles.
Bomb.
Woo!
I'm going to include that in my list. Can I include that in my list?
Woo!
I'm going to throw that in C. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Go for it, Liz.
I don't know where to throw it. One, I don't like pickles, and two, I've never had.
Dan Scott, you got to put it low. Just
Yeah,
throw
put
it in there low.
Throw it.
We're going to D.
Just put it in F so you don't have to use your list that we're actually making.
D's nuts.
No?
So D's the lowest. Okay, I'm gonna put it in D.
Okay, so I haven't put it in a category yet or in a placement. My wife loved those when she was pregnant, so we had them like all the freaking time. Pappy McGregor's and Paso has some decent ones, but we've tried in lots of different fried pickles. I'm gonna go ahead and man, this is hard to do. I'm gonna give it a B.
That's good. I'm going to specify, too, that my fried pickles that I want are from the Pickle Deli that's on Mooney.
Yeah, those are good.
Like over.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like I have to poop. So, I don't know if it was the fried pickles or what, but I am battling that currently.
All right, next. Thank you, next. Oh, have you been? He asked if we'd been to Outback. That's what, and yes, we have been to Outback.
Who asked?
And
Caleb
so now you're going to probably asking about the bloomin' onion?
That's what I was figuring.
Oh, frick. Lewis, hit us first on this one, dog.
I'm gonna go with I to be honest with you, I'd put it at D, but I've already used that and I've already used C, so I'm gonna put it at B.
I've never had it.
So now you're kind of getting cornered a little bit.
I feel I
feel based on your list that you are maybe a little bit picky on what you do like.
Yes. Yeah, I that's safe to say.
Yeah. Like, you're probably like me. I'll eat a lot of stuff, but, like, if we're talking about preferences, like, okay.
Now, if it was, like, onion rings from, like, Red Robin, that's a little different. But the bloomin' onion, it just...
Could we go ahead and make a
never
fair
had
assumption here that maybe we put it all under the same category? Bloomin' onion, onion rings.
That's a good idea.
I would agree, but just for the sake
of using
this, we'll put them all in there together, and then maybe would you justify fried onions as your B then?
It would be
okay.
B.
I'm gonna throw them in D, and just because my list is made of such elite things, that's why it's at the end of the list. That I like. It's not that they're the worst, but I just like the other ones more. If that makes sense. Like the fried pickles, I like it more. The buffalo wings, I'd like it more.
Bad and bougie.
You know?
Yeah, bad and bougie. I have a couple as well that are up there. The thing is, Reese, I don't know if they're going to be called.
I'm going to call mine out, my number one, because I already know what it is.
Okay, so hold on right now. On yours is what? Not what your favorite is. How many letters do we have taken so far? There's only 2 slots available, right?
D.
Do you still have A and B available?
I have A and...
I have A and S available.
Oh, wait. What did I do? I had D.
I have A and S, I think, too.
D and C and B. Yeah, D, C, and B. That's what I did. So I have A and S.
So we all have A and S then.
Yeah, so
in a way, all of us were holding out.
For the top ones, for sure. Can we just name our top 2? Is that possible? Okay. Okay.
Let me call out a few more.
Okay, cool.
All right.
We're just going to debate after Caleb calls a few more. Just...
The original versatile.
I don't even want to put it on the list, but I guess my only option is A or S, so I'll just put it in A.
In a way, when we get burgers and fries, are fries not the appetizer?
That's a good point. I would consider that more of a side than an appetizer. Onion rings could fit the side category, but it could be both. But I'm going to say fries is more of a side than an appetizer.
Yeah. Second shot warning on the poop. I'm going to go ahead and cross my legs.
All right. Thanks. Fries? Did you give your letter? What's your letter for your fries, fool?
Oh, frick, dude. Hard to think straight. You got poop coming out your eyes. What? What? I don't even know. Yeah, I'm going to put fries up there. I'm going to say A.
I'll say A too.
It's not A. It's not S for me, but I do say it's A because we eat them so much that we're taking them for granted.
That's
but
true.
Imagine if they were taken and we didn't get to eat them as often as
That's
we do.
It's
going to be up there, dude. A potato in and of itself is going to be up there.
Can I say potato wedges like Mojos? Can I include that in that category? Because some good Mojos, bro, like
up there for me, dude.
Winco Have you guys had the Winco Mojos? You go to their little back where they sell their fried chicken. At least,
Oh, dude, that
this
makes
has been
sense.
years
That sounds
since
great.
I've had this,
No, it
but
sounds
those
great.
Mojos, dude, or even Save Mart. Save Mart has some solid Mojos too. You can buy them in their little section.
I used to hit up that Sierra Mini Mart Mojo.
Oh,
Jack's getting
Jack's
go.
Or Jack's Get and Go.
Jack's Get and Go's got some.
Shout
solid
out to
Mojos.
Jack's Get and Go, a future sponsor of the Not So Real Estate podcast.
True.
Located just around the corner from us on the corner of J and Tulare Avenue. Jack's Get and Go, your local convenience store for gas, food, and catering. All right.
That was really
beautiful.
solid, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm really impressed with that ad that you just read right now.
Thank you.
We didn't even have an ad, but it was
Nope.
there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Maybe they'll give us some food to eat on the podcast.
No, I'm future casting because I believe if you want something, you got to put it out there.
Yeah, manifest it.
I would love to have some awesome local sponsors to be a part of this. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be sick.
All right.
Okay, hit me. Oh, I already know what you're gonna say. So, Caleb said bread. I'm just putting it on the mic.
Yep.
here. I'm just gonna bring up Cheesecake Factory because I feel like we should.
Yeah.
The brown bread
Whoa.
hits.
Yeah.
The white bread's good too, but I feel like the brown bread's
The white
better.
bread's sour.
Thought we were trying to
Sour.
avoid racism.
It's sourdough race.
I knew you were gonna say that.
First Japan, now the brown and the white breads. Come on, guys. We're unplugging from the Matrix.
So this is bread's you can say it's passion.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a little story time. So we're over here talking about poop and stuff. So and it's gonna tie in. So we went
This is important.
to South Lake Tahoe.
Hmm.
There's this one restaurant, and by all means, I've only eaten there once. So they had brought this bread. I don't know what type of bread it was, but it was literally a loaf of bread. We ate. There was 4 of us. We ate it all, and then when we were about to leave, I asked for another loaf of bread for myself.
Proud of you.
The best bread ever,
Mm.
but it gives you a lot of gases.
Mm. It's the yeast.
Yeah.
It's the glute.
mhm.
Man, bread is...
So
I
good.
mean, for one, Caleb, amazing job
yeah.
throwing those out the way you
Yeah.
did. Hands down, dude. Bread's gonna be my ass.
Mhm.
Even though it's my only slot, it was perfect. Thank you for teeing that up.
It's so versatile.
We
Yeah.
will talk about after this. It is versatile.
Mm-hmm.
I love that we covered the potato,
Mm-hmm.
the onion,
Mm-hmm.
and bread.
Yeah.
Top 3. Pickles too.
And then pickles were in there. But it makes sense. Like those 3
Yeah.
in general are more tie-in. But we will talk about, I think,
Yeah.
our top 2 favorites. Mine are seafood. I'm actually
Oh yes, dude.
lean that way.
One
so
of mine is my top 2
so
on
we'll,
this.
we'll
But
tap
I
in.
will say also, Cattleman's bread, fire, super bomb.
I don't know if I mentioned the restaurant at Lake Tahoe, but it's Friday's Steakhouse. I don't know if you guys eaten there.
Oh, Friday's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My favorite,
Sounds honest.
my favorite thing is when they bring you like the oil and vinegar mixture
Oh,
to
dude.
throw up in
Yep.
there. Like it don't even matter what kind of
With
bread
the
it is.
butter,
With
With
black
the butter,
pepper.
You just
with
like.
some pepper, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had that before. I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But yeah, you
So
just
good.
dip that in there and just like that.
How?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so favorite appetizers. Can we go round robin? We got the list pretty much more or less dialed. All right, so top 2. You guys have your answers, or do you need a sec?
I
One more.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start then. You can be thinking.
Kick it off.
I said it was seafood, and it's the truth. I'm gonna go with, and this was an acquired taste, so this has just happened in the last 8 years of my life. Calamari. I love sampling calamaris from different places as an appetizer. So calamari is a big one, and then for me, it's not going to be as popular, but either a good shrimp cocktail or some oysters.
That is my number 1.
Which,
is
oysters?
Oysters.
Okay.
And I just went there with my parents. This place is called the Oyster Loft in Pismo.
Yep.
We just went
Yep.
there the other day. It's so good. The Rockefeller oysters are so bomb. They got the Asiago,
Rockefeller.
and they put it on a bed of rock salt, And so what I'll do is just like get a couple pieces of the salt and throw it up in there.
Whoa,
They have
dude.
like a roasted lime that they put,
Makes
and
it
it's
juicier.
got the scar. It's got scar. Is that the word? Scarring across it that you can tell that they put it on the grill,
Like the grill marks.
and,
Yeah.
and then you just squeeze it on there. You got your little 2-pronged fork. You just clip that
Mhm.
thing out,
Mm.
put it in your mouth.
Yep.
Bomb. My second thing is, and this one could possibly change, but I was just really feeling it. It's also from the Oyster Loft. They're Brussels sprouts there. Brussels sprouts, a lot of people sleep on Brussels sprouts because when you cook them good with like some bacon, they had some crema sauce on them at this restaurant. They were pretty amazing, actually.
Salute you on the Brussels sprouts, dude. I've tried, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're a sleeper, bro.
I for me, I think it's a texture
You
thing.
probably haven't had good ones though. They have such good texture. It's like solid. You know, no,
Yeah.
no. Maybe we'll have to go there sometime and you can try mine.
Yeah, I don't know, dude, but I can appreciate your
Yeah.
response. Yeah, I've struggled with those. I want to though. I really do want
Yeah.
to. That and asparagus. I want to like both of
I
them.
just can't do it with asparagus.
Asparagus makes your pee smell.
Yes. Yes.
It does.
Yep.
That's true.
It absolutely does. And P backwards is eep.
Have you guys seen Elf? Have you seen Elf?
Yeah.
I like the part in that when they're coming up with like story ideas, and he gives the idea of a family of asparagus that live
Oh,
on
yeah.
a farm,
Yeah.
and he said, but the kids are self-conscious about the way their pee smells.
Well,
This cracks me up, dude.
yeah, it
It's
is.
a good one. And they're talking to the little short guy. What's his name?
That's on Elf, you said.
Yeah, what's his name? His name is Peter Dinklage. Yeah.
My favorite part on Elf is when Buddy's getting ready to go find his dad, and
buddy.
yeah.
Hope you find your dad.
Yes, yes. Yikes!
Bye,
But
Mr.
yes, that is
Norwell.
absolutely my
Yep.
favorite.
Yeah.
Bye, buddy.
Hope you find your
Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Norwell.
Freaking A.
Oh gosh. All right, Lewis, what you got?
All right, so this might sound a little basic, but my top go-to chips and salsa.
Dude, salute, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, salute. I slept and forgot about that. My bad.
Those are another one. Sorry, can I
No,
just
yeah,
say
go
something?
for it, go for it.
That's another one that we kind of take for granted here. Now that you just brought that up, like you were talking about fries.
No, you want to talk about what we take for granted that people are stopping to do now? Tortilla chips with some salsa and just a little thing of refried beans with some cheese on top, dude.
People stop doing that.
They stopped
don't-
doing
they
it, bro.
Stop doing it. Chapala, I think, still does it. By
Cholitos and Tulare, I think.
Yeah,
still does it,
Chilitos
yeah.
will do it too. Yeah.
Anyway, but hit him.
Um,
Hit him with
yeah.
your second one.
So,
My second one, dude, it's gonna have to be calamari.
Mm.
There's this one place in Monterey. It's called the Grottos,
mhm.
the English version, and then Grottos for the
Mhm.
Spanish people out there.
I believe that was the same word, though.
Yeah, it's just with an accent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their calamari fire, dude, and I do like trying calamari from different places as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory has good calamari, actually.
I feel like
Yes.
you're really hyping up Cheesecake Factory.
I'm not trying to hype it up. It's come up a couple times. You know, you don't like Cheesecake Factory?
I do.
There was this one time that Lewis and I were in Fresno, and we went to Cheesecake Factory, and he told me not to tell Vanessa.
Well, now
Thanks,
it's on the
Reese.
podcast.
What was this?
This was a
is while
year
back,
ago.
yeah.
This was a year ago.
Statute
Sorry,
of limitations
just exposed
you. Oh, yeah,
on the
it's
It's
timeline.
gone.
You're
It's gone.
fine.
That's
dude.
why I figured it was fine to bring it up.
No, it's fine, yeah,
Statute
it's-
of limitations.
Yeah.
Been more than
But anyway, because what I
Here.
like about him too, or I like the places, and this is kind of weird because some people aren't into it, but I like the places that have the actual ones that have the tentacles. You like the tentacles?
I do.
Are you talking about octopus?
No, I'm talking about like the calamari that have the tentacles. Still.
Oh my bad.
It looks like a little octopus.
It
Yeah.
does.
And a little octopi.
Octopius.
Octopies.
True.
Speaking about octopi, do you guys know how to say cactus, like plural?
Cacti.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Do you know how to say goose plural?
Geese.
Geeses. Oh. Just kidding.
Was he kidding? I don't know.
Come here, little gooses.
Viewers, go ahead and comment below if Reese was actually kidding about the gooses or not. I have a feeling that he wasn't. But go ahead, weigh in. Let me know.
Weigh in.
All right, well, we got through the appetizers, our favorites. I think that's good. If there were any appetizers that we slept on, please bring it to the
Shout 'em
forefront of
out.
our brain so that we can
Shout
go
'em out.
enjoy it next week. Shout it out.
Oh,
Comment
you know
it.
what?
Do whatever. We need to know,
Sorry.
though. Help us out here.
Sorry. Japanese food, tell us. Dude, bomb. Miso soup does hit. Miso soup at Gozen and Tokyo
When it's
Teriyaki.
doctored right.
When it's doctored right, for sure.
Miso.
I could even eat it like just how it comes. You know? Like I could just eat it like that.
I got to have some spice in there, man. Give me some chili oil. Give me some sriracha. Give me something that I can mix that up with.
Mm-hmm. Or some
That's
spicy
me
mayo
personally.
up in there also is bomb.
One appetizer I don't know, real quick. One appetizer I just question. I just asked why. 'Cause I did taste it and I didn't like it. Maybe it's an acquired taste and I'd take some time. It's seaweed.
Or,
Oh, I've heard about that, like like seaweed tempura, like they fry it and do everything. Yeah.
never had it.
I don't know. All I think of with seaweed is the SpongeBob episode when there's the machine that calculates the percentage of what something is because they're trying to figure out the formula for the secret Krabby Patty recipe,
Crazy?
and they drop in a piece of seaweed and it says 50% sea and 50% weed. So that's what I think of on seaweed, and I don't think I've ever ate any, to be honest.
Yeah,
I know there's some great benefits
Hmm.
to seaweed.
Don't people
and
do like
sea
seaweed
moss
juices?
and different things like that? Yeah,
Isn't that-
I got a
isn't that
buddy
a
that's
thing?
selling some of it. My boy, boy Cliff. So
What are you talking about? What is he
got the hookup on the seaweed.
Oh,
One stop shop, baby.
octopus steak. Have you guys ever had a good octopus steak? This is another.
So that's
place.
calamari, though, right? It's just a calamari steak, essentially.
Technically, so calamari and octopus are technically two different things. Like
Okay.
they're similar, but they're technically two different things. Like they look the same, but like
Chicken and turkey.
pretty much. That's a really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's
Yeah.
roll with that.
So
roll with
the
it.
Oyster Loft again, my third thing bringing up from there. They have a good octopus steak. It's pretty bomb. It's like it doesn't taste fishy. Like
Chewy. Is it?
It's not chewy.
Rubbery at
it's
all?
Tender.
That's the
It's
big thing
real
with me
good.
and seafood
It's
is
real
when
good.
it starts getting too rubbery on
Yeah.
thick, like chunks of meat with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like it either needs to melt in my mouth or needs to feel like chicken.
That's why
Like,
oysters make it. Oysters can get fishy
oysters can get fishy sometimes.
yeah. There's a place in Morro Bay. So the weekend that I discovered Rockefeller oysters, I had two different ones, and one of them was a place in Morro Bay, and it was like chewy, and I wasn't a fan. I feel like I was like eating a brain or something.
Ah, yeah.
This just came to mind. It'd be pretty dope because we talk about Rockefeller oysters, and the first time I tried Rockefeller oysters was at Pappy McGregor's.
Happy McGregor's is good.
Those
Might
are
have
good.
to pick up these mics and go to Pappy McGregor's.
Yeah, I
And
think
get
that
Michael on there.
I think that would be awesome.
That would be super cool.
Yeah, Mike on the mic.
Yeah, we will get Michael on here.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna a lot of people on here.
Yeah, true.
Cool. Well, I would love to talk about something just this week, a win on the real estate, entrepreneurial, team building side. We had our May the 4th team meeting.
Yes, we did. It was the greatest team meeting probably that we've ever had. I would say
Oh yeah, I mean we had a full on battle between.
we did. You talk us through that.
Was
Blake.
it Luke Skywalker, or was it Obi-Wan?
It was Luke Skywalker.
It was Luke
You had
Skywalker.
Luke's lightsaber. You did.
Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader.
Technically, you had first. I'm not even going to go into it.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about? Can we talk about what we locked in this week?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that'd
want
be
to talk
awesome.
about the wins.
Can
I
we
want
talk
Lewis,
about that?
Yeah, let's have
Yeah,
Lewis
Lewis,
talk
talk-
about the wins.
Tell us, Lewis.
Cool. So, some huge wins. We locked up. Well, for one, our first project in Paso Robles is on the market.
Yes.
714 Shannon Hill Drive. If you want to take a look at it in Paso Robles. We then have started on our second project, but the cool thing, two things that we have locked up is a 10-unit apartment complex. And the best part about that is it all started with a 10-minute conversation with Michael Massey.
I can't wait to have him on this podcast.
So the gist of it is messed around and got a deal in Paso.
And then messed around
Actually,
and got another deal.
Messed around, got another deal,
Yeah.
and then had the ability to be like, hey, I know you're great over here at Central Coast. Michael, do you mind listing these properties for us? And he said, oh, yeah, well, I think there's an off-market opportunity for a multifamily. Would you
Wait,
guys want
can I explain how this
Can we do the
conversation
whole
actually
thing?
happened?
Because the order of it is so important, and there's such a hidden message in there for what success looks like.
Yes. Okay, so should I start from last year when we first met with Michael? Or is that too far back?
We can come back to that at some
Okay,
other
do
point,
you
but
wanna
let's
just
just do
specifically talk
the
about the 10
Paso
units?
locking up the deals that we did. What was the process of that?
Okay.
Because there's some power in there, and then we'll
Yep.
move into the 10-plex, and then we'll do our favorite rap lines of the week.
Okay. Do you want to go into it?
No, you talk about it, and then I did want to talk about the one we just locked in today, because in our first episode we talked about how acquisitions isn't about making all this money. It's about helping the team and stuff, and someone on our team is benefiting from bringing us deals. I
Yeah.
kind of want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah,
about
that'd be
that.
great.
Let's do
dude.
that.
That'd be great.
But okay, yeah. So this Paso deal, we ended up we came across this deal in Atascadero, that was listed online, and we made a great relationship with the company, with the girl that was listing it. Her name is Jessica, and they were great to work with. But we went over there to look at this property. We met up with our friend Michael Massey, who's a realtor in Paso Robles, who is listing Shannon Hill. And we met him there, and while we were there, she let me know that they do have another property coming up in Paso Robles. So we're like, sure, let's go.
We're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're here. Like, let's just go look at it. And we went by and we loved it. We ended up submitting an offer on both properties.
Mhm.
And then the one in Atascadero, they decided to keep and fix themselves, which they're currently doing.
Mhm.
And then we got our offer accepted on Shannon Hill, which was super cool.
Mhm.
And then started work on that one. Then, I don't know, probably a week. Well, no, while we were in escrow on Shannon Hill, right? I can't remember exactly the
Towards the
timeline.
tail end.
Toward the tail end of being in escrow on Shannon Hill, we came across the property on Bolin. Talked with that company. She was super nice, but wasn't as easy as the other one.
Yeah, true.
But we
Well, and we had to compete on that
yeah,
one,
we
right?
did have to compete with a couple offers, supposedly, quote unquote. But
Yeah, hard to say.
we got our offer accepted on that one, and then closed on it. And then, do you want to go more into detail, or am I doing okay?
No, this is
Okay, cool.
This is great. I want to jump in afterwards to just help people understand
Yeah.
like how this correlates to success in their life.
Yeah, true. Okay, so then we were able to close on Bolin just a couple weeks ago, and we finished Shannon Hill last week. Got it listed last week or this week, right?
Mhm.
Got it
Yeah.
listed, and then while we were finishing Shannon Hill, we were at Paso Robles with Michael, and we actually asked him if there was a ghetto side to Paso Robles.
Mm.
And he said, well, yeah, it's past this street or whatever. And so then I asked him, I was like, well, Michael, are you selling any homes over there? And he was like, well, I'm actually working on a 10-unit complex. And we're like, well, why haven't you told us about it? And so then that's how the conversation brought up. But it was started because we were asking. And then we go over to this area of town, and it's nice. Like, it's not even the ghetto. And I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah, we're from Tulare.
Yeah.
So.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah,
This is cool. If you Shannon Hill, we got because we went originally to go look at another property in Atascadero. The 10 units was brought up while we were originally going to look at 2 other deals that unfortunately we didn't get. But
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
it's
that's a good
it's
point.
so funny how everything works out.
Well, and I think the best way I could put it
Mm-hmm.
is faith is a verb.
Yeah.
And what that means, like, yeah, you can have faith in your mind, but faith played out means going and believing that you are being sent,
Mhm.
whether it's for the actual thing you think you're going for or not.
Yeah.
And that's been the testimony this whole time between here and the Paso stuff going on, or anything that we've really done as a group, it's we think we're going over here to accomplish or get
One
this,
thing.
and God blesses us in another way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for that other thing, we would have never been over there.
True.
And that's why I said we resent the hallway, not knowing that the hallway has blessings for us.
Yeah.
Full circle.
But I got to take a step in it, and I got to keep taking a step.
Yeah.
And even though I think it might be that one, it's not. And so that's the active part of faith that I think this acquisitions group has been so good in, is we just march and we walk, and we lose money on deals and we gain money on others. We break even, and we'll get into the meat of that in another episode. And I think it would be really, really awesome to still elaborate on this stuff, because I think we'll be talking about it as we close and all that stuff and reflect on it. So we'll do that in the next episode. I would love for us to finish up. And by the way, if you haven't followed the Shawn team, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, you can see all of our projects and pictures and all the fun stuff that we have going on. So we're just touching on it here, but understand that you can get more meat in our other platforms on that stuff as well.
Oh, what I also? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say I also texted Jessica, the girl that we bought Shannon Hill from, and I sent her the link to the app.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and so she thought it was super cool,
Nice.
super nice. Yeah.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah. Also, download the Shawn Team app if you haven't already.
Oh, the Shawn team app for sure. It's got Central Coast properties on
Yes,
there
it
too.
does.
Very
Sorry.
good.
Continue with. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so another win. So yeah, 10 units. Our Fresno property, shout out to Viola. It's
Yes.
finally live now. So that was cool.
What's
And
the address for that?
It's 4140 East Clay Avenue in Fresno. So if you want to check that out. But one other big one, I think this is a great one because there was a deal that was brought to us from a team member on our team named Steven Duck.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Shout out, Steven.
it's just so cool to see how this how everything works out. So while we're over here doing our thing in Paso and Fresno and getting everything ready, we have people that are bringing deals, but not only is the team going to benefit, but Steven's benefiting from that because
Totally.
it's just really cool. I don't know. I think
Isn't
you
that
should
a full
elaborate that.
circle
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
of what happens when you start building the ship?
Yeah.
Just start building it. You don't have to have it all. Just start building it. Animals are going to come and fill it. And I think what is happening is we get to see some of the fruit of just operating in faith.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to create standard operating procedures, and hey, we're going to start translating some of this stuff up in our brain that we know how to do onto paper because we believe it's bigger than us. And then God blesses it, right? It's like he almost like anoints that. It's like, okay, I see you. Here you go.
Yeah.
And then he gets to bless others through it, which is probably the most mighty thing that we do, is who we get to serve in the process of it. And then who gets to reap the benefits. It's so many more people than just us, and that is what makes me excited every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll touch on that and just how we're able to partner with agents now and wholesalers, and also hedge fund companies, corporations. There's lots of partnerships that we've been able to make, and we'll continue to explore. Neighborhoods get improved. Neighbors get really, really happy
Yeah.
to see some of their sore thumb projects of the neighborhood being improved. So love that side of it.
Yeah.
When business is done right, you get to bless others and bless neighborhoods, and that's
Yeah.
what we're here to do.
Amen.
So, all right, got our wrap.
Yeah. Let's talk about our lines today. What do we got, Lewis?
You guys want me to go first?
Well, I guess we should explain too. So every week, do we need
Okay,
to
yeah.
explain?
Yeah, just real quick.
So every week or every podcast, we choose a rap verse, or it can be any verse, whether it be country.
Not country.
Yeah, not country. I've just said that to include everyone, but it's mainly rap.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we all have a verse. So who wants to kick it off?
I think you should go first, Liz.
Alrighty. Well, let's see if I remember it. It's from. Well, I should just say it first and then say where it's from. Okay, so the line goes something like this. I'm thinking of the line.
That's
Yeah, my
that's
phone's
tough.
upstairs. So.
Honestly, and I already forgot what mine was. No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. It goes bleep. They afraid to come to us, so they run from us.
Oh, frick.
And I definitely butchered it, but it's very
Something like that. What's
Yeah.
that from?
Sandra's Rose.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is from Sandra's
Yeah.
Rose? Oh.
Nice.
It's by Drake.
Nice.
Nope. Oh, wait.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry, Blake. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I don't remember what it was.
Do you want me to give it to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Give me just a little thing because I know we had talked about it.
There's
But
a
if
problem.
oh, Reese, go ahead and say it.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, I want you to say it.
And I'm
dude.
still going to say mine afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So it's from a song called You Only Live Twice.
Mm.
He says, bullet wounds don't be covered by Obamacare.
Whew. It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So the one I had for today, this is the third line that has come out of this song for the podcast, but it's just full of gems.
Mm.
Blake stole it from me last week, and then I still used the song, but I'm going to use the line. And the line that I've chosen for this week says, if you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness.
Oh, frick, dude.
It's heavy.
Man.
Yeah.
Putting with my 9-iron because I can't miss. So, there we go. Let's throw that one out there.
Yeah, that was a good one. What was the other one that she said? I can't remember. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well,
Yep.
appreciate you guys following along, witnessing, and embarking on the journey we called Appetizers in the Hallway.
Yep.
Next week, boys, what do we got?
Or what do we got? I think you should choose.
All right. We get to talk about foundations.
Hmm.
We're going to talk about foundations next week. Foundational items.
Yep.
Cool.
And with that being said, Reese, what podcast is this?
This is the Not So Real Estate podcast. I'm Reese,
I'm Lewis.
And I'm Blake.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See ya.
Meow.